Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is part 2 of a 2-part recap. If you're wondering where part 1 was, well, go check in the feed and be sure to subscribe so that way you always get your episodes. But enough of that. Let's get right back into the episode.
Okay, so then we go to Ashley's and we meet Jessica, Ashley's sister, who is basically her mother, which is crazy. She looks exactly like Sheila. I thought it was Sheila. I was like, wow, did Sheila talk Ashley into getting her a facelift? Because it looks just like Sheila.
Too. I think we met her a few years ago at some point. I think they went shopping for like her prom or whatever. But no, she's 17, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, she looks exactly like Sheila. And this is because Ashley is going to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So, I mean, things are already chaotic enough in this country. And now we have Ashley go. I mean, look, Lala made it to the same dinner. So, I mean, as goes Lala, so goes Ashley, I suppose.
I love that with everything, with all of the shit happening in the country, that this is the biggest question of our taste level. I was like, wow, have we really fallen this far? This is our taste level now in this country? Come on.
I know that the White House Correspondents' Dinner is like, you know, it's basically a big roast and it's silly and, you know, it's fun and it's flashy. But like, who is the reporter that was like, I'm going to bring Ashley Darby to this? Like, of all the celebrities you could have brought, of all the people. I mean,
really got to fill that room. Jeez. So she's like, well, I mean, it's not a partisan issue for me. It's just like celebrating the White House. So also I got invited. So when else am I going to get invited? I'm going. Get off my ass.
I don't even think that is the Correspondents' Dinner about celebrating the White House. I don't think it is, but she's going. She got invited to a big party and she's in her big old gown. She's in a very nice gown. And, you know, she's talking with her sister about it and everything. And she's talking about how her sister is her half sister and everything. And so she's just saying that she is reestablishing a close bond with her, and her sister is going to be going to the University of Maryland, and it's like very exciting. But Josh is going to come by. Josh, as you mentioned before, Josh Beavis is going to be Ashley's date to this. I'm just going to emphasize this black tie gala, high profile black tie gala that makes headlines every year. And Josh is going to, first of all, she's choosing Josh of all people to go with her. And just emphasizing again, black tie gala, black tie. Black tie. I'm setting it up because, okay, fine. I'll just say it. He shows up in a t-shirt and sneakers with a blazer on. Sir,
well,
you do know, what are you doing? This is the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and you're not famous enough to pull off like the cool casual look at something like this. I was like, this guy, get rid of him. Done. No more.
It's the Trump White House. They're lucky he wasn't wearing flip-flops.
Yeah,
that's what I say. He could have come in with flip-flops and a fucking duck whistle and they would have sat him, you know? So she's like, well, we had a pause because I was forthcoming that I had to do Love Hotel and he wasn't really happy with that conversation. But then we started talking again because when I was home, I hit him with the text and it said, hey, big head. And then we've been kind of kicking it since then. And now you're calling people big head? Oh, my God, the hypocrisy never ends.
Yeah, seriously. I did like that when she said that she took a break for Love Hotel. They do this really quick shot of her and Ralph kissing, and you just hear,
yeah. By the way, if you haven't watched Love Hotel, people, do your duty and watch Love Hotel. Trust me.
Best shows of the year.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. So she comes down. They look crazy and then they go, we see them in the car and she's talking about how she's never dated a guy younger than her. Cut to Ralph. And she would like him to have a little more life on him, but hey, do what you can, right? And so he makes her happy, you know, however he can.
And then she's like, maybe next time you could maybe we can try that when you go out, you put some product in your hair, you know, or wear a tuxedo to a black tie event or something like that. Ashley, you should just listen. I think Ashley should, I think she should stop dating the guys, like the creepy old guys, but also let's maybe date the guys who are a little older than Josh, who know better.
Well, also she's telling him she doesn't want product in his hair. because he's got product in his hair today. And she's like, no, I want you without product, my friend.
Oh, I misread that. I thought it was when you go, you can try not having product in your. Oh, okay. Well, I take that back. Well, I still think that she should date someone else.
But yeah, he made an effort. He didn't really comb his hair, but he did put some product in it. And so
I would never have thought there was product in that hair. That's surprising.
Yeah, it was like darker because he's got the pomade or something in there. So she's like, that's what you do. You offer suggestions when you're with somebody. Like, having white sheets. That's a sign of maturity. He goes, my sheets are white. She's like, oh, have your sheets always been white? He's like, yeah. She goes, maybe I just need to get back into your sheets to see that they're white. Okay, so wait. I know that I just accused you of being a liar for saying you broke up with Josh when clearly you didn't break up with Josh. But now are you lying about dating Josh in the first place? Because who doesn't know that his sheets are white? What a weird thing to bring up.
And when are white sheets a sign of maturity, by the way?
I don't have white sheets. I actually went into like a small crisis about it. I was like, wow, am I totally immature for not having white sheets?
I had a white sheet phase, and it was the biggest pain in the ass because like the moment like you like sweat in the middle of the night, it's like there's no denying that it happened. Like you have to wash. It's like it's constantly washing them.
There's no denying. I wasn't sweating. What are you talking about?
It's Shannon Bedore.
Me? It was Archie. Archie sweat at 1 a.m.
So Angel is walking to a restaurant with her husband. This is the entire scene. Arms. He comes in. Those arms are just out there right in front of the camera the entire time. I was like, whoa. So this is their like husband and wife like meet them as a duo scene as they are sitting at a restaurant talking about things.
They're very rich. He's from the Denver Broncos, and they basically moved here to be on TV, which she says in so many ways. They love their home in Colorado. We see pictures of their home in Colorado. It's stunning. She said it's won all these awards for design and stuff. And we see the pictures and I can see why. I mean, it is a stunning, stunning home. This
must be torture for them to be back in Potomac. Potomac is like an architectural wasteland as far as what we see on this show. It's just all these generic white or gray interiors with like Z Gallery furniture.
Oh my God. The Colorado place is just a stunner. And they're looking for a place here, but they want it to be at least 5 acres. She needs like a huge house, and there's just not the land here for her. So she's not really sure about that. So they're deciding what to do about their home. And he eats like a sports guy. She doesn't really eat because she's on TV, and she knows not to because the other housewives are probably like, do not ever eat on TV. That's rule number 1. But he eats like a sports guy. He's like, and then he gets his napkin and he just lifts it over his face and he's like, it's like that is definitely a straight man into sports right there.
Yep. So they are,
and that's basically their scene. I'm kind of bored. I'm not sure about Angel. I have to say, I'm not sure. But then she's already kind of turning against Kierna in this. So there's promise. there's promise. But so far, I'm not sure. I am completely 100% sure about Tia, though. 100.
Yeah.
I hope she's on here for Tia. 90 years. And I can't wait to watch her clash with Karen.
So speaking of Kierna, Tia and Kierna. So now we go to Kierna's condo. So we spent a little bit of time there last episode because she was all excited. She has a new condo. We love that she got a new condo. This time, it was sort of funny to me because Giselle comes over and, Kierna's like, ooh, look at my condo and everything. And Giselle's like, wow. And there's like a chef who's there. So Kierna's really flexing, like, look at me, look at my new wealthy lifestyle. So they go out to like the balcony. And I have to say, I was so distracted this entire scene because it didn't matter what angle they were shooting it from. The views were so bad. They were like awful. Like the view behind Kierna was like a brick, some strange brick building. The view behind Giselle was like, there was like a highway behind them. It wasn't even a highway. It was one of those like annoying roads that's like not big enough to be a highway, not small enough to be a local road. It's just like a 2-lane annoying street that you never want to live off of. You just see traffic coming through. It was just like the most unscenic balcony. And like the balcony itself was very nice, but I just love Kierna flexing like, look at me, I'm actually like something, like I'm like really wealthy and I've got like my salon, and just in this like these janky views from every angle of the balcony.
Yeah, so we get some balcony views and they pretend that they're friends, and Giselle's like, so what about Greg? This is the second scene I've had to go to someone's home today, by the way. So go ahead and tell me what you have to do. I've got another home to go to. I'm making the rounds today. And she's like, well, you know, like I'm so really into Greg and, you know, well, he's learning. And then we see clips of Greg being a complete gentleman. Like, I'm a man and you're a woman, so get over it. And then exactly. Giselle is basically approving, I guess. And then they kind of have some snacks, and then they move on to talk about Ashley's event. And Kierna is like, well, there's a party coming up, and we see the invitation, Truths and Tranquility, EA, an afternoon of calm energy, aligned intentions, and gracefully spoken truths. It's
Will
an angel
there
party,
be
guys.
a state road in the background of that tranquility scene? Because you said this was your sanctuary, yeah, and all I can see is a truck barreling down at me. Yeah.
A party for gracefully spoken truths. I'm in. Who isn't? So they talk about how great Angel is and stuff. And then we find out that Kierna, poor Kierna, had an event which only made it to camera on flashbacks.
Yes,
and so she's talking about how she had a spa event, a little talks, a little caviar. And she started talking to the girls about everything that happened with her and Wendy. And
so then, Kierna is like, yeah. And then it's like, okay, what happened? And then right back into it, Kierna's like, so she calls me and so like, are you going to the NAACP awards? And she says, well, I don't know if I'm going yet because we didn't say her kids were sick. And then like we get the awards, and literally the first thing she says to me is, oh my God, did you do your own makeup? I was like, oh my God, Kierna, no, please don't go down this path. This is a losing battle. Don't do this. I was like, we flash back to see Kierna complain about the makeup comment again.
Yeah. So Tia's like, what does that mean? Did you do your own makeup? Like, Ashley's like, girl, you know what that means. I don't really. Is anybody going to explain it?
I've never done my own makeup. Is that something people can actually do for themselves? Is that like making a charcuterie bowl? I just don't understand these American things.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, Angel starts defending Wendy. So we see Angel, and she's like, well, did you ask her how her kid was doing, if her kid was sick? And she goes, no. Well, clearly the child is well enough for you to be here in LA in this party. Like, clearly your child is fine. Is that what you were thinking, lady who probably does her own makeup? How do you even do that?
Angel's like, oh, I mean, we don't know that. We don't know. And Karen's like, Angel, if that's like what you want to do, like, I'm just going to say, okay, but like, don't do that. And Angel's like, well, I'm just saying, all I'm saying is not to judge what she may have had going on with her kids. This was kind of shitty of Angel. Okay, but I was like, no, I don't know if I see it any other way. I think this was like shitty. Like, you're her best friend, and like, you're immediately going to be like, but what about if Wendy was going through X, Y, and Z? So,
and she wasn't judging what was going on with her kids. So that was kind of weird. And Kierna's like, yeah, and I was confused. Are you on my side or Wendy's? Aren't you my friend of 20 years? Okay, wait. So Angel was defending Wendy? Yeah. She goes, yeah, well, she kind of chimed in on the mama bear part. Like, yeah, we had to do a little chin checking on that for 2 seconds at the event. And Giselle's like, not the chin check. The chin check. What's the chin check? I had to get you together in a physical way. That's what that means. I didn't know we did that to friends.
Well, I like a little chin check.
Because I'm not wasting no time getting you together. Because, like, are you crazy? Like, are you cool?
So then now we go over to the Tranquility party. Angel's looking at the setup, and she's like overseeing everything. And she tells us at the second Bloom Ball, I felt like there wasn't really an effort to get to know the new girls. And my purpose behind wanting to have this event was I wanted to use it as an opportunity for them to get to know me, to step into my world, while at the same time being able to woo-saw a little bit. So I just want to promote my company on screen, on Bravo, really. That's it.
Did you look up chin check? Because I did. I didn't know what chin check was.
I did not look up
and
chin check.
before they explained it to me, I was like, what's chin check? So here's the first thing that came up. Chin check, the act of surveilling your mate to see if they, usually a female, have been cheating, literally checking on her chin for the testicles of another man.
Oh. Okay.
I started laughing my ass off because I really thought that's what it was. So of course I had to look at alternate definitions, but I really like that one. Checking her chin for the testicles of another man. Like there would be like a testicle imprint on her chin. Yeah. What the hell?
Like he was teabagging in cornstarch and then like left like a powdery residue.
But then one of the other definitions is a figurative meaning, a forceful confrontation or reprimand, essentially checking someone who was out of line.
Mm.
So there you go,
I kind
everybody.
of assumed it was. I assumed it was like when you like jut your head forward, like chin first, be like, huh.
Oh.
that may be, I think that's the spirit of it.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So people are setting up. There's going to be a sound bath practitioner and everything. And a giant ant falls on the sound bath lady, and Angel is horrified. That was very exciting. So Wendy shows up. She gets a
and
towel.
Immediately kills the ant, which is very not Buddhist. She's like, oh my God.
No.
Setting it on fire, stomping on it. She's like, oh God, an ant got on you. And the sound bath lady's like, oh, the ants are already loving on me. See, that's the way to deal with it. So then Angel is, getting set up and stuff. And Wendy comes in and there's a lady holding drinks like teas and no towels. First is towels. So Wendy's like, oh, you have towels? Let me smell them. Oop, no, thank you. No, thank you.
But she's pretending to be nice because I think that Wendy's trying to be nice to the new girls because I think she's going to try to like gain allies this season.
Yeah. So she's too good for the towels,
the spa towels.
Yeah, and then Wendy's like, "Oh my God, you look like," or Angie says, hey, "God damn it, Ronnie." Angel's like, "Wendy, you look like Yoga Barbie." Wow, meet my husband, but this is Bobby. So they meet, whatever, and then she's got lemon balm. And she puts that in Wendy's drink. And Wendy's like, wow, what is this hocus pocus? Listen, I don't know about the spiked tea. I'm going to try it because I want to be a team player. But if we're going to keep it very real, the spiked tea is giving me get out.
Mm-hmm. So more people are arriving. A waitress offers Tia a hibiscus tea with lemon and ginger mint and vodka. And Tia's like,
oh, and vodka. Is that the truth? I was waiting for the ball to drop there. Okay. Oh, it looks like everyone here actually did do their own makeup. Oh, I just didn't know this was even possible. What an open world.
Angel asks her if she drinks, and she's like,
of course I drink. I have 4 children. One of them doesn't even smile anymore. It's horrifying.
so...
She's like, I never drink. I never smoke. I never listen to loud music. Ha ha ha. That's humor. I think I had a swig of something when I was pregnant with Sienna. I tell you, she already had all her fingers and toes and stuff, so who cares? I was like, what's that going to go wrong? And I was like 6 months pregnant, and I was like, she's fine.
Well, all the appendages are there. Okay, we're good to go. Let's get back onto the wine train.
I haven't seen a mother brag about drinking when they're pregnant since my own. Who's like, oh, please. I drank a bottle of wine and smoked a pack of cigarettes a day when I was pregnant with you. And look at you. You're fine. You're fine. Am I fine? So now they go outside and Wendy's like, does this sound bad thing ward off evil spirits? Because there's some people who need evil spirits warded off of them. Dun, dun, dun. And now other people come, and Giselle is getting a half hug from Wendy. And she's like, what is this half hug? Come on, is this a church hug?
Yeah, and she's like, whatever. And they're all getting their welcome drinks and everything. And Giselle's like, what is this drink? It's crazy. Angel's nice, but like, we just met, y'all. I don't really like truth and tranquility. I like lies and foolishness. Okay. Giselle's like, I don't want to do woo-woo. Okay, let's do some character assassination, okay?
Yeah. So, Angel, I heard from Kay that there's no loud talking in your home. Is that true? And she goes, yeah, I don't want any negativity in my home. Okay, I'm very rich. Well, sometimes you got to go through the negative to get to the positive. Speaking of that, because I've talked to this one, Kierna, so where are we with Kay and Wendy? Are we good in the hood? Let's fight. Let's fight in this home after I've just said we won't.
Yeah, exactly. And Wendy's like, no, I'm good. By the way, Giselle, she's like, I can't believe you don't speak loudly in her home. Giselle's not allowed. Like, Giselle doesn't yell. So Wendy is like, yeah, we're good. We're all good in the hood. And Karen's like, well, to be honest, like, it's just very passive aggressive with Wendy. And we're just like not getting to resolve it enough. Like, we're like, the next time I see you, it could still be like, okay. But like if she's willing to move on, I'm willing to move on. Cause like Wendy's saying she doesn't have an issue. So, okay. Wendy's like, I don't know, whatever the issue with Kiana has with me, it's like a one-sided issue. Cause like I'm in peace. She's in pieces. See what I did there? That's like wordplay because like they're spelled differently and then one's pluralized. Anyway, the point is we're not the same.
So that was a bummer of a fight. That didn't happen. So Giselle's like, okay, well, are you, Angel and Kierna, okay? And Angel's like, yeah. And Angel's like, well, wait, I'm confused. I think we're fine. She's like, okay, so is this not the time for food or no one's going to fight? So are we going to eat?
So then they're just sort of like talking about, is Stacy gonna come? What's going on with Stacy? And then Wendy's like, wait a second, Giselle, what'd you say about Angel friendship? I just realized you were trying to start something there. You want to start it? You want to try again from the top?
Yeah, something's wrong with our friendship. I mean, if she had a problem, she would tell me, right, Kierna? And Tia's like, oh, did you have a problem, dear? Did you? Did you have a problem? I seem to remember you had a problem. And Wendy's like, wait, you got, Giselle says, she told me you got chin checked. And Wendy goes, you got chin checked? She goes, no, nobody's chin checking anybody. And Kieran's like, cut your shit, Giselle.
She's like, I'm going to throw food at your ass in a minute. Cut your shit. Giselle's like, so you didn't get chin checked? And Angel's like, no. Well, since Karen's not here, I'll say her phrase. Let me be very clear. I don't do that. Kieran's like, okay. Well, let me be very clear. Friends don't chin check each other, and we're friends. And Giselle's like, but you told me you chin checked her. And she's like, chit chat, chin chat. I don't know what they were saying. Chin check. What is chin check? Okay,
I've never heard this word. Chin check. I don't even know what the language they're speaking.
All I know is it's gibberish, and soon we have to listen to things being spun around in bows and say it's some sort of bath. Disgusting.
And Ashley's like, is it a physical thing? And Angel's like, yeah, I don't think she would ever use that term because it's very aggressive. And two, we all know that that's not what happened. No one's going to chin check Angel Massey, okay? I do the chin checking.
Okay. So Giselle said, but you said chin checka. Ken was like, I did not. And she goes, yes, we both laughed about chin check. I said, no, I said chin check the situation. She's like, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm grown enough to say I said it. I'm like, you were grown enough to say you said it after you denied it like 10 times. And Giselle was like, you said it.
So Giselle says, Angel, I don't want you to think I'm a liar. Kay has something to tell you about chin check. Chin check? Chin check. Well, I just wanted to make it clear because Giselle said I said it, so I guess I said it. She goes, okay, well, we don't chin check each other, just so we're clear, okay? We chin check other bitches, okay? Let's pinky promise. So they link pinkies, which never ends well on this show.
Maybe Giselle misheard it over the sound of all the semi-trucks barreling down underneath the patio. But that it was definitely on camera. So Stacey enters in, and there's like a bowl of mints, and Giselle is like, y'all need to hand this to Stacey when she gets here.
Did it hit you at Ashley's event? It slapped the hell out of me. Wow, that breath. Wow. So Stacey comes in and Tia's like, oh wait, I wanted to ask if there was something secret about the bowl of mints. Why is there a bowl of mints here? And Angel's like, it's just so everybody can have fresh breath. And so they all start laughing and start immediately bullying Stacey over her breath. I mean, my goodness. At this point, I would just walk in chewing gum every time I saw these ladies.
Mm-hmm. Ash is like, well, I think, Stacey, we were talking about it earlier, and like sometimes your breath can be a little on the hot side. She goes, wow, okay, well, let me get a mint then. Let me start off right then. Okay. She's like, how do I should I be cool with this? Or are they trying to bait me into a fight? Like, what am I supposed to do?
That's why I like Stacey, because she can stay calm under pressure. Like, they're all coming for her and getting after her every time she shows up somewhere, and she just stays calm. She's like, wow, really? A bowl of mints? Well, if today's issue is my breath, then compared to what I've gone through the last few times, I'll take the mint. Thanks for the mints, ladies.
So they go outside to, like, clear some energies and everything. And Nicole, this lady, she does the sound bath. It's like a classic Real Housewives, breathe in, breathe out, whatever. And Tia's like,
ooh, is this working? I mean, are we kumbaya-ing? Americans, am I right? This is ridiculous. I'd rather be at Harrods in London.
So now they do this. Of course, Wendy and Giselle are like, this is stupid. They don't want to do it. And then Angel's like, okay, ladies, so I'm a certified mindful outdoor guide. You do get certified for that. It's a whole class where you basically learn to be mindful in the outdoors. So yeah. And when I lead mindful outdoor experiences, at the end we do something called a fire circle. Okay. So let's do a fire circle. Who wants to go first?
oh,
Okay.
is this where
I don't
we get to
trust
decide who
Angel.
should be fired from the show? Okay, I will start. I will fire Stacey.
I don't trust a certified mindful outdoor person. That
Yeah,
sounds like a
doesn't-
fraud. No,
Who's doing the
they-
certification?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry you failed. You're not mindful enough. For the outdoors.
That's some fraudulent shit right there. So Kierna's like, okay, I'll go first. Thank you, Angel, for being here to remind me of what friendship looks like. And Tia's like, well, thank you for inviting me to this amazing, tiny little home where I see how the other 99% lives. And also, thank you, holistic lady, and your little mixing bowls.
And that was not a Ben and Ronnie embellishment. Embellish. That was truly her saying, thank you, holistic lady.
She goes, my name is Nicole. She goes, yes, Nicole, the holistic lady.
Did you just call her a holistic lady? Yeah.
But is it not holistic? We're supposed to actually give them names now?
Okay, my turn. I just wanted to say that I'm in a place in my life where I just want to start fresh. So I want to ask you all to stand up to do a cleansing breath. Can we all stand up, please? Get in the line. I'm going to breathe in all of your faces.
I know. They're like, okay. Well, first of all, her saying, I want to start fresh is funny. And then, of course, Stacey's big thing that she wants to do is have them all take a giant breath. So Ashley is like, is it a lion's breath? No, it's not a lion's breath. Okay, real hard breath. So they're just like, has she put a mint in before this breath work? Please, God, please.
So she
Stand
does
up.
this like, let's all stand up and breathe in positivity and breathe out negativity really hard. Do it in Ashley's face. So they do it. And Stacey goes, it is unbelievable how I'm able to just save the day with my goddess breath.
So the ladies head inside and Ashley looks into a telescope, which is a funny concept. And Stacey's like, Ashley, come here. She's like,
I'm nervous. What happened? Who did it? It wasn't me.
she's like, why are you nervous? Don't be scared. I took a mint.
Okay.
Well, and so then Giselle is like, ooh, I'm about to hear this entire conversation. Let's listen in. Nah. Stacey goes, all right, well, come on in. Okay, Ashley, I've been praying about us a lot and you questioning my divorce and other things about my character. This is the notification that we received. Are you ready to see this email? Okay, take a look. The reason that I didn't show you this at your ball is because it wasn't the time or the place and I hadn't come up with a plan yet. And I didn't have a chance to speak to my husband about showing a document that is so sensitive and serious. But here it is, an application for divorce.
This is nothing new. She goes, Giselle's like, I'm divorced. I know what that looks like. And there's a stamp. And Stacey went to an app and made this. This is bullshit. She goes, there's no seal here. But we're divorced and we're getting back together. So Kierna's like, yeah, I'm still interested in TJ and the final payment. Like, why are we talking about this divorce? Who cares about that?
Yeah. So Ashley's like, well, this is one of many things. Okay. This is like this is just, and that was just one. And that's all I needed, as your friend, like wherever we are. So Tia's like,
Well, is this sufficient? Is there anything else we need to do with this topic? And Giselle's like, no, it's not official, but it's fine. We can move on. I'm bored with it. I'm ending the storyline now.
So now we go to Tally Ho Pizza Restaurant, Karen's favorite restaurant, the place of Tally Ho. And so they go in and they're going to meet up because it's Karen's birthday, guys. So they're going to pour one out for Karen on her
At her favorite
birthday.
restaurant.
I like that she said we're going to pour one out for Karen when she's in jail for a DUI.
Oh God, my heart warmed as soon as they arrived at the Tally Ho. I was like, yes, Karen's watering hole / pancake hole. So Ashley is saying like, Karen always makes jokes that we always ruin her birthday, right? Ha 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 ha. And we see some flashbacks to Karen's ruined birthdays over the years.
Well, I wake up most days and I think about where Karen is. Does she have her poetic justice cornrows in the back of her head?
Yes, huge empathy coming from Giselle.
To think
Like,
she's
what's
there
the
on her
vibe?
birthday, I just feel like some of the girls who love her should get together and just pour one out for Karen. This is one of Karen's favorite places, and I always get her breakfast order. Vodka, and vodka.
I'll have the vodka pancakes with the vodka syrup, please. Hold
Served
the
with
flour
a side
and
of
butter.
car keys. Thank you.
So Giselle saying that Karen, we see a flashback to her and Karen there. So Cookie arrives and she's very breasty today. She's like, oh damn, I get to be in a whole ass scene. I'm not just like at a party in the background. I am ready to show America what I've got. So she comes and Ashley's like,
Well, nice to see the three of you. I mean, nice to see you, Cookie. Breasts.
And Cookie's like, you can have them if you want them. I think this is what Wendy was trying for. She just didn't make it. Like, okay.
Cookie.
All right, Cookie.
All right.
You're hired. You are hired. Listen, Cookie has been really good friends with Karen Huger, and I'm not mad at her talking to Karen because I know she knows I'm going to be asked about it. And I know that she's talking to Cookie, her husband, and her daughter. Karen's being strategic, and I'm not mad. You have to be strategic when you're in the big house. Poor Karen. God bless her. God knows what's happening to Karen right now. Is she making license plates? I think about it every day.
Do they serve cookies in jail? I wonder. Cookie, by the way, everyone. Cookie was with Karen in her courthouse. So Cookie called me as soon as they took her in. And she said, how hilarious, right? LOL. And I said, are they going to give her the cornrows yet? And she's like, well, how was it? How was she when it happened? So Cookie's like, she was very strong. It's like, oh, because of her sentencing and what she's in there for, do they automatically put her in some sort of alcohol program? Do they have an alcohol AA for the elderly that they do in jail? I'm just some questions about this.
Do they hook her up to machines to make sure she can still breathe? She's very old. Do they have jail crutches jail walking sticks that they could give Karen?
Do they have just like a fake bar where she can sidle up and sit on the stool just so she feels comfortable? Favorite environment.
Will they play her music from Old Blue Eyes while she watches Murder, She Wrote?
So Cookie is like, yeah, well, just like if somebody was in there for drugs, they give them a drug type program. And so Ashley's saying like, what she look like? What does she like to do in there? What are her activities? And Cookie says that Karen's reading a lot of books and she's exercising a lot.
So how is she with the girls? Is she forming friends? And Cookie's like, oh, they love her in there. Everybody's like, Miss Karen, Miss Kern, Miss Kern. And Giselle says that she saw Cal, and Cal said when Karen comes out, she'll be like trying to see Ashley and spend time with Ashley because, as a man or whatever, she's going to come out gay, basically, is what they're saying.
Ash Top. Oh no,
Yeah,
please don't,
nice.
please don't invoke Ash Top. I mean, we know Ash Top is making a return this season. We saw it in the trailer, but oh gosh. So Giselle is like, well, I was so fearful that somebody would try to do something to her and then they would make a mark. And I was afraid I wouldn't have my camera ready in time, but looks like she's doing okay, which is too bad. So Cookie's like, yeah, well, this is what they won't, and they won't do that. So there's that. It's like, okay.
So is there a possibility of her getting out early? And she said, yeah, but they don't know yet. So then Cookie's like, oh, it's funny who's texting me. And it's Chris Samuels. And Ashley's like, not me finding out that Stacey's been trying to get with Chris Samuels. And they're like, what? So
what?
Ashley,
What?
So Ashley's like, yeah, I met Chris Samuels through my friend Monique, in case anybody doesn't know who Monique is.
My friend Monique.
Yeah. So Monique and Chris announced their divorce, and Tatiana, Ashley's friend, came up to her at her Bloom Ball to say that Stacy reached out to Tatiana to hook her up with Chris Samuels. And she introduced them. And now Ashley is going to tell everybody that Stacy's trying to fuck Chris Samuels.
So Cookie's like, but I thought she was back with her husband. She's like,
Maybe this was before they got back together, but she was really making a play for him.
I don't know who this woman is. There's a whole man you paid to be your boyfriend. There's a whole divorce we can't find. There's a whole former Potomac husband that you're trying to have sex with. Call Monique. Get Monique in the chat. Get Monique.
Oh, are you going to bring your bodyguard this time? I love that Giselle's like suddenly fine with Monique.
Of all the people to say, get Monique, that is Giselle, the recipient of Binder Shade that we'll never forget.
Okay, so now they're going to try and make me believe that she was trying to fuck Chris Samuels. What? Come on.
That seems like an Ashley fabrication. Like, I just don't believe that's like, I don't believe that's who Stacey's going for.
And then we see in the preview that's coming up that Monique is saying there's two people. I talked to Chris myself, and there are two people who are part of this who are complete liars. And then we see Stacey's face looking really guilty. So they're trying to make us believe that Stacey was in fact trying to get with Chris Samuels, which, come on.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
But deeply entertaining. Thanks everyone for being here. What a great time. We'll see you tonight or this afternoon for some Amazon Live. And until then, have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King. It's always a party on Allison Block.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster. It's always automatic with Ashley Auto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela Etchells.
We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Aaron McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones. I go, you go, we all go for Hugo. Jamie. She has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Que sera, whatever will be, will Lauren Silsby.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna. It's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. Let's share with Sharon Eldridge.
Darn Skippy, it's Tippy.
And our super premium sponsors. She's VVIP. It's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Put us on a stretcher. It's Charlotte Fletcher.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs.
It's our queen. It's Queen Laifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. Hail the cork master, the master of the cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish. She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
She's a total knockout, it's Katie Manock.
We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley. In the study with a candlestick, it's Leslie Peacock. Gee, it's Lisa H. We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose. There's a chance of meatballs, it's Rebecca Cloud.
Maximum love for Sandy Maximoska. She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
We cannot tell a lie, it's Sarah Telefson.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Please don't stop, it's Soli and Pop. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
We're obsessed all with Tessa V.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.